Intensity is a principle of training that we can use to vary how difficult a training session is. It's really important we use intensity because that makes us work to a certain level, which will hopefully create the fitness adaptations that we're looking for. We can also consider how we use intensity when we're thinking about progression and overload, because ultimately the level at which we set our intensity, we can differ to ensure we progress, and we can also ensure that we're achieving that principle of overload by making ourselves work harder than we used to. And we can do that with heart rates and strength and conditioning activities, as well as other activities that require me to lift weights or run faster.
One method of varying intensity can be to do with the time for which we may run for, could be to do with the speed that we run at, and it could be to do with the distance that we run at. Obviously, to make things harder, we're going to run for longer or faster or for further. And we can also do things like decrease rest times or make rest times active recovery, meaning we do something in the time that we're actually meant to be resting. We can also vary our intensity using the weights we're lifting. Bearing in mind this doesn't have to be an actual weight, it can be our body weight. Press-ups are a good example of this. For example, we can start on our knees, and then move on to doing it on our toes. And when we start to improve our strength fitness, we can then move on to perhaps doing plyometric push-ups, as seen here, done not very well. And we can also add extra body weight by doing decline push-ups, so we can use something to put our feet on. If we want to progress this further, we could do something like handstand push-ups or something similar, because this increases the body weight. There are many other ways of increasing intensity. As mentioned before, we can increase or decrease the distance that we're running. We can increase the number of repetitions of an exercise and the number of sets. We can even alter the time that we have to do something within. That can be running or weightlifting. So something like Tabata might change the time that we have. The speed at which we run at, so the time which to complete something, the weight we use, rest periods, so we can increase or decrease the duration of those rest periods, active rest, doing things during our rest period like holding a prone hold or something, as well as altering our heart rate, so working to a different percentage of our maximum in order to make us work harder or less hard.